Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So yesterday we had an NFL pick. I also threw out an extra pick at the end. If you stayed to the end of the video, I threw it out. So there was a 2 wins yesterday and then a win before that, the day before that. So 3 wins in a row. I'm going to walk through and show you the receipts very quickly, and then I'm going to get into a very strong parlay that I have in the NBA for today. One of the first things I look at in the morning is the back-to-back, who traveled, who played, who's rested, and stuff like that. So today, there's 3 teams that are on a back-to-back. Memphis went away. Houston is on a one-day rest advantage. You can see that here. Golden State and Minnesota, they both played yesterday, and they're both playing again today. So there's no rest advantage here. And they actually played each other yesterday. So it was a back-to-back on the same teams. So I'm going to go into something called a Sharp Edge. If you don't have access to this, go to the link in the description, click on where it says Sharp Edge. You'll get 2 weeks for free. So I'm not going to read all of this. I'm going to give you the breakdown anyway. But this is telling you that the very high, it even has a green background. It's telling you it's a strong look. This one looks decent also, but you can see it's not shaded green. Now, if we look at the dashboard, you can see all the projections here. So it's saying here the Hawks are supposed to win, the Hornets are supposed to win, Cavaliers are supposed to win, Celtics are supposed to win by 8, the Bulls are supposed to win by 1, the Rockets are supposed to win by 12, and that kind of correlates with the back-to-back, the Grizzlies traveling, and Houston Rockets being rested. And then you got the Timberwolves are supposed to win by 4. Now, before I give you the breakdown of the 2-leg parlay that I like, let me just show you the proof of yesterday very quickly. We had the Rams at a plus 10, and then the Broncos at a plus 10.5. I gave away all the reasonings why. This actually hit right around a pick 'em. So you can see the Rams actually were not looking good at the end. They made a lot of mistakes, but they ended up covering that spread of plus 10. They only lost by 4. Broncos, same thing. They only lost by 3. So this parlay hit for us. And then, like I mentioned, if you stayed to the end of the video yesterday, I said, I'm not going to give you the exact line, but the line was like right around minus 10. I ended up taking it at a minus 6.5 for the Clippers, and they ended up winning by 37. So even if you would have took it at the current line, which was a minus 9.5 or minus 10, that would have covered very easily. All right, so for this play here, the Warriors versus the Timberwolves, they actually played each other yesterday. The Warriors blew them out. I think they won by like 30-something points. So the Timberwolves are going to be pissed. The revenge is real. The public is betting on the over. There is a reverse line move here. You can see that the line started at a 2-3-4. It went down to a 2-3-2, even though 64% of the bets, 66% of the money is coming in on the over, going in the opposite direction of the public, which is a reverse line move. And again, they're both on a back-to-back, and they're tired. They played yesterday. So they call it a tired leg, slower pace, worse shooting, lower scores. This is a historically accurate thing. Now, if we look at the Warriors, they're depleted. They're missing Jimmy Butler. They're missing Kuminga. Steph Curry is managing multiple injuries, but even though he's going to be playing, he's going to be less effective. Now, the stats don't show it here, but the Warriors have actually gone 31 of the last 38 games on the under. They're the second best team to go on the under besides the Pacers. So the first leg of this is going to be on the under for the Warriors and the Timberwolves. I'm going to tell you the exact line that I'm taking, but I'm actually parlaying it with the second leg. So let me talk about that. Before I continue, guys, and give you the second leg of this, please make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, comment. Let me know if you've been winning. Let me know if you've been losing. Let me know what things you like, what you don't like, etc. So this is what I have available for the VIP right now. It's going to be 5 different plays. So these 2 are props. This is the one I'm giving away right now. And then I have 2 other plays already in the VIP. I'm going to be looking through the player props, so adding some more for NHL if they come up. And I'm also going to be looking at the NHL. So anyways, there's 5 already for today. And if you guys want access to this, go to the link in the description where it says VIP. Now, a few people took advantage of for the whole year. Yesterday I said if you take advantage of the full year, meaning the rest of the 2026, you're going to get all my plays for all the props, all the NBA, all the NHL, and a few people took advantage of that. So there's only 2 spots left. You're going to get 71% off. If you don't see the link in the comments, please make sure you text me and say, hey, I'm interested in the 71% off for the rest of 2026. That includes all the sports, all the props, everything. So 71% off of that. 2 spots left. This one is a little bit less confident, but it's still very good. You can see the 76ers and the Hornets. The Hornets are supposed to win this. They do have Paul George and Embiid that are out on one side. I'm not taking the spread. I'm not taking the money line. I'm actually taking the under, and I'm going to tell you exactly why. The line started at a 229. It's currently at a 227. You can see 82% of the bets, 81% of the money is coming in on the over. So again, it's a reverse line move, and they're missing 2 key players for Philadelphia. So one key note, whenever Embiid and Paul George are out, they're considered a D- offense, meaning they just suck as offense when both of those players are out, because they actually score about 50 points between them both. Now, the Hornets have gone 27-19 on the under this season. So there's going to be a tighter rotation. They're going to control the pace of the game. The line dropped 2 points, and it's a reverse line move. You can see this is actually a 229 if you equal that out, and the line dropped. One thing, like I said, it's not as powerful as the other one, is that overall the Charlotte Hornets have gone 65% on the overs, but everything else is pointing on the under, especially with the injuries, which is not accounted for in these expert insights. Now, this is how I'm taking it, guys. I'm buying back. The line is actually at a 227, I believe. I'm taking that back all the way up to 239 for the 76ers and the Charlotte Hornets. And now for the Timberwolves, I'm actually taking that at a plus 2.5. I think I talked about the over-unders. Let me just give you an explanation why I believe the Timberwolves are going to win. So again, the Warriors beat Minnesota yesterday by 26 points. They're on a back-to-back. They're playing each other again. The embarrassment is real. The revenge game is real. The line actually started at a -6.5. It's currently at a -7.5, even though the money's coming in and the bets is coming in on Golden State. The line is still shifting in Timberwolves' favor. Just historically, it's extremely difficult to beat a team back-to-back. Even this works out even in baseball and every sport. It's incredibly difficult to win twice in a row against the same team. And another thing to note is that the Warriors actually won on a little bit of a fluke. There was a lot of turnovers, random role players going off. Moses Moody, Gary Payton, they all had career nights, and that's not going to repeat. These are just secondary players. They're not going to be performing well. So the chaos is actually not repeatable. Also, if 71% of the money is coming in on Golden State and the line is shifting in the opposite direction, follow the sharp money. And now digging deeper into this, Minnesota Timberwolves are 71%. Whenever they started as a favorite, they've actually hit at a 71% hit rate. So again, I actually do like the under on that same game for the same reasons I already talked about, but you guys can get that number if you want with a different parlay, which is what I did. The parlay I'm taking here and I'm showing is the under 239, 76ers and Hornets. I'm buying the Minnesota Timberwolves all the way up to plus 2.5. All right, guys, I hope that made sense. Like I said, in the last 2 days, I've given away 3 straight winners. Let's get another one today. Thank you so much. Please subscribe and get your chance for the last 2 spots for the entire rest of 2026. And if you want, again, access to that, send me a text or go to the comments and see the link there. Thank you so much, guys. Let's have a great day.